Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this week, instead of using pre-made images, I took my favorite pictures from the summer and put them into Photoshop and then cut them out on my Cricut. I grabbed 2 rolls of washi tape and this Hustle and Heart sticker book that I will just flip through real quick for you. It is not my favorite sticker book, but it does have a lot of the greens in it, so I thought I would pull it and try to use it. It really probably hasn't been used, I don't know, maybe in over a year. So I did want to try and use up some of it and see if I could use it or if I should just get rid of it. So I'm going to start by putting this big sticker down in my sidebar. It is really the best place for it, but my daughter is just standing on my son's shoulders in the pool. She is new to cheerleading and thought this would be fun in the pool. I'm also going to pull some of the stickers that I am interested in using from the Hustle and Heart sticker book. I am not worried about pulling too many or this book falling apart, because if I don't start using it, I am just going to donate it or give it to my daughter or one of her friends. I originally bought it because it coordinated with the first planner that I had bought. It was Hustle and Heart, and it had an hourly breakdown, but that planner ended up not working for me. So not only did I stop using that planner, I only used the sticker book maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So I am just flipping through, seeing what else sparks my interest. I did pull that sentence sheet out just because those are good filler stickers, those little tiny sentence strips. So here I am back to my images. My family and I went to Hocking Hills this summer, and we spent one of the days going ziplining. This is us on a bridge in the ziplining course, and for me, that was the worst part of the entire trip, was the bridges. My husband bounces when he walks, and it would shake the entire bridge, and I am really afraid of heights, but the only time that the heights bothered me were on these bridges. So it's a great picture, but not necessarily my favorite moment from the canopy tour. And I will definitely put a link to the canopy tour that we did down below because I did love it so much. And honestly, I don't like to recommend things that I wouldn't do again or pay money for or whatever. So I will link this down below, but definitely an awesome trip. And then I wanted to use this grid washi tape to finish off this cluster. I really like the grid washi tape. It is from Planything. They have at least 4 different colors. I know that I ordered 4, but I really like how it brings the page together, but it's still kind of neutral. And now, while I am trying to figure out if I'm going to run all my images across the middle or if I'm going to split them up, while I'm trying to figure that out, I am going to work on my sidebar. And I just play around with the boxes. They do rip a little bit, but I just play around with them until I like the grouping. And I am going to apologize for the sunlight that is across my desk, which I don't notice. My blinds are open just a little bit, and I didn't notice that the sun had started to set, and then I get that stripe there, but only when the sun is setting. So I will get up and close the window shade here. So my sidebar is usually used for meal planning. This week, I think that I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to put my meal plans on a separate page. I don't necessarily use the list again once I have planned out my meals, so it's not necessarily important for me to have it here. What I would like to try doing this week is putting my top priorities in my sidebar. Last week, I put them on my bookmark, and they had things like Florida trip plans, referee training for my son, routines, read, things like that. And this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and just try putting those in the sidebar and seeing what happens. These aren't things that necessarily will get done in this particular week, but I want them on the radar and I'd like to make progress towards them. But sometimes things just get lost. I have so many different lists going on that there are certain things that I just want to make sure are at the top of my brain. So the picture that I just put in the sidebar is a picture of me, my husband, and my bestie. We were at a wine event, so that was fun. It was one of those impromptu things that don't happen very often, but now that the kids are getting older, we're hoping that it happens more frequently. And now I'm just going to lay out some stickers around the page and decide whether or not I'm going to put all the images across the middle or if I'm going to start spreading them across the page. And I decide that I'm going to keep them across that middle band because I know that I want a lot of lines for this particular week for all of my tasks. I will keep my work tasks on a separate list, but I would like a lot of space for different tasks for this week. I know that my daughter is going to start physical therapy, and we're getting ready for back to school and sports pictures, and all the things are happening this week or next week. So I just want to make sure that I leave enough room for all those things. And you're also going to be able to tell what kind of scrapbooker I am as you watch this video. I love pictures on my scrapbook pages. I love pictures on the walls of my house, and I am loving putting pictures in my planner. This will probably not be the last time that you see me do this. So I am cutting this picture down of us in front of the Hucking Hills Canopy Tours sign, but I want to make it fit right there on Thursday. But I do like to leave some space between images and text. I think I probably moved this over a little bit too far towards the center, but it will be okay, right? And then I just put some washi tape down to ground that image. I don't like when images just look like they're floating in midair. And then I also decided that I wanted to make sure that that washi tape ran under the sticker that says "This is the good life." So I went ahead and just grabbed some more. I definitely have plenty of washi tape. And then that tool from We Are Memory Keepers just helps me clean up that punch. And now I'm back to trying to squeeze more images in. And this is my son who saved a turtle from getting hit. It was in the middle of the road, so he went out and got it. Thankfully, it was not a snapping turtle. I am just putting this on wax paper as well to make it easier to trim down on my Fiskars paper trimmer. And then I find a spot for this picture on my spread, and this is where I start deciding that I want to maximize the number of pictures I can get, and I start condensing things. I don't like when it's picture, 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 text, picture, picture. I like the pictures split up by text. So I didn't like that the turtle picture was right next to the pool picture, which was right under the picture of my husband and my best friend. So that's why I moved that perfect time to start over to the left some, so that I could make some room for a sticker on the right side of it. It also gave me the opportunity to put the cutout for the month under the round sticker of my daughter's ziplining. So I liked that. And then I just moved the rectangle box down a little bit to tighten that grouping up a little bit. And then I went back to my washi tape to pull in a little bit more of that. And I just ran it over to the edge. And it's kind of hanging off on its own right now, but it will get pulled together eventually. I debated on stopping here, but again, I love a lot of images. I did also bring in some more round boxes so that I didn't just have the round pictures that were one size and not have another size of circle. And I'm just doing some more cutting down of stickers. This one says, "Stay humble, work hard, be kind," but I didn't want it to be that tall. So I did go ahead and cut it down. I did not want to have to tuck it under the round sticker because things weren't quite laying out correctly. It was making me pull things over too far towards Tuesday, and I wanted them to stay more towards the sidebar, if that makes any sense. I just wanted it to kind of stand out on its own and not be in the grouping. I didn't want everything touching. I wanted most of it touching, but not everything. So I did go ahead and cut it down. And this is one of my favorite pictures of my daughter. I wish I wouldn't have printed it quite that big. It just seems like it's very zoomed in compared to all the other pictures on the page. But I love it, so I definitely wanted to include it. She got contacts this summer. She had broken her finger, had a cast on. She got braces, so it's been a pretty big summer for her. And I definitely wanted to include a picture that reminded me of all of what happened this summer. And I think of all the pictures that I printed off for this spread, the only one that I didn't use is the circle one of me ziplining. I just didn't feel like I could fit one more circle sticker in. So now I'm going to just go back through and add some of these sit-in stickers. The ones that I include from left to right is Nothing is Impossible in the sidebar, Awesome on Monday, Working Hard on Wednesday. I don't think that's there yet. Be Proud of You on Thursday, Plans are Dreams in the Making on Saturday, and also Weekend Fun on Saturday. So I really like how these sentence stickers just fill in some of the empty gaps and just bring in some more quotes. I love quotes. I love pictures. And then I'm just going to bring in one more of these, I guess they're monthly stickers. It just says you're doing great, and I am going to overlap it with that circle so that you can't see the cutout and put it there in between the box and my daughter's head. And I think I'm wrapping this up until I realize that I have not put any lines in yet. So I am going to grab my 5mm stencil from Chrissy Ann Designs, and I'm going to go ahead and put some lines in. I'm going to go ahead and skip this section though, because it does take me a while to do lines and make stencils. But I love this spread. This may be my favorite spread I have ever made. And I hope that it has inspired you to do something a little different in your planner. But I hope that you are having a great August, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!